Good morning, we're live. Welcome, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, welcome to my Facebook page. My name is Sadhana. And today I'm going to be talking a little bit about intentions, the energy of the new moon. We're going to go through a gentle yoga practice in alignment with new moon energy. And I'm holding a crystal egg here. I just took it off my altar and I just thought this is a beautiful energy to connect with before we start the class. So let me tell you a little bit about what is going on. Come to a comfortable seat, whatever that means for you. We'll start on the floor and then we'll go up to standing in just a few minutes. Have a yoga mat if you have one, helps with slipping and so forth rather than being on a carpet or a wood floor. If you do have a yoga block too, that can be of help during the class. 2 yoga blocks is even better, and I'll explain why in a little bit. If you need a yoga cushion or a meditation cushion to sit on, then do that. The idea is that the hips are raised above the knees. So whether you have just a little pillow underneath your seat to help get your hips a little bit higher, or you're sitting like I am in a wide-legged or in a Virasana modification. So this is the energy of the new moon. It was about 4 a.m. where I am, and I woke up and I was very stimulated by the energy, and I feel that it was coming through last night as well too, this new moon, this new gift and opportunity that is also in alignment in a few days with the change of the seasons, with the autumnal equinox, is very powerful. And so today, I invite you to get really, really clear about what your intention is going to be for the next 14 days. And I have a feeling this intention is deeply, or it would be in higher service to yourself if this intention was related to something that began earlier in the year. Personally, I have gone back to my card of the year for 2020, and there was something that came up last night that was a reminder that I am still working with the energy of that particular card. And that energy was also, when I did my year ahead spread for 2020, was also a theme, a related theme going on for the month of September. So when we are creating intentions, a little bit of review is often necessary. And so whatever comes to mind today is perfect. And I would strongly suggest you spend a little bit of time today just going back and reflecting on earlier patterns or things that you had intended to work through for 2020, as this year is soon coming to a close. So I invite you to come to your seat if you're not already there. Close your eyes. Come to your breath. Bring the hips over the shoulders. And I will check in with the chat from time to time. So let me know where you're from and if you have any questions. And after the practice this morning, which will be, I'm guessing, around 75 minutes, I will be here to answer questions and chat with you. So just come to your breath. Shoulders over hips, nice long back of the neck. Find the breath in the nose. And bring awareness to the left nostril. This is a lunar practice this morning, and so we want to focus and enhance and use the Ida Nadi, the more meditative, reflective side of the body, connected to the right brain. Focus on the inhale and the exhale in the left nostril. And you may wish to close the right nostril if it's difficult for you to do this just with your mind. So you can apply a little pressure to the right nostril and take a few more breaths just in the left side only. Put my ankles here. Your hands can be resting on your lap. And then just let that go. Gently open your eyes if they're closed. Place your left hand on the mat and reach up and over to the left side. Open the heart space. You can lean back a little bit. And then explore the energy in the neck. Soften your neck. You can bring the chin down to the collarbones. You can you can look up to the ceiling, whatever your body needs right now. Exhaling, focus on the exhale breath and just soften. My hand is right beside my hip. You can lean back a little bit as well too if you like, opening up the heart space more. One more big exhale breath. And then when you're ready to inhale, come up and over to the other side. So today throughout the practice, we're going to do left side first. And I am mirroring you here. Nice big stretch for the side waist. And again, open the heart space. The gaze can go up to the ceiling or the gaze can go down to the floor, depending on what your neck needs right now. Amazing how different the two sides are. Once the exhale is complete, come up to the center. Inhale both arms overhead. Press the palms together. Feel this in the chest. When you're ready to inhale, interlace the fingers, extend the arms out front, reach out and overhead. And release, exhale. Arms go wide, a little bit behind, keeping the chest nice and open. And when you're ready to inhale, again, arms overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. Interlace the fingers, reach out front, breathe in. And exhale, let that go. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Loop the shoulders up and back. You can keep the heels of the hands together or keep them spread. There's an eagle that's shown up this morning to watch us. Open the heart space. Option here is to leave the hands either on the fists on the low back or to begin to straighten the arms. Deep shoulder opening, and then take the gaze up toward the ceiling. Open the front of the neck. Move the face. Move the mouth, the eyes, the jaw. All the tiny muscles in the face. Give them a little bit of awakening. Big breath in. Big breath out. If you straighten your arms, bend the elbows, bring your interlaced hands back close to your seat. Take a breath in, and then bring the head back to a neutral position. Release the hands. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center and begin to fold forward, rounding the spine. You can place your hands on your knees. You can walk your fingers forward and just let the head be assisted by gravity. Very gentle forward fold. You may gently want to move the neck side to side. And you may wish to come further forward and place the hands right on the floor. And then vertebra by vertebra, very slowly rolling up. Loop the shoulders up and back. Extend the arms out to the side. Place the fingertips on the shoulders. Inhale, the elbows back. And exhale, bring them forward. Inhale. And exhale. One more in this direction. Once the exhale is complete, inhale the elbows forward, open the heart space. If you've got crackly bits in your shoulder blades, breathe through. Be very, very gentle this morning. One more. And then release your hands to the heart space. Close your eyes. Once again, bring awareness to the breath in the left nostril. Keep the inner gaze toward the eyebrow center. And begin to focus on your intention for the next 14 days. What is it you would like to grow? In what way would you like to act or create? And allow each thought to come in and then pass away. And begin to succinctly find a few words for an intention for this practice. 3 words max. Something that you can work with over the next few days and weeks, couple of weeks, till we get to the full moon energy where we will release and celebrate. And if you're not quite clear on what your intention is, that's perfectly fine. Come forward onto your hands and knees. Extend your legs back. Come into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Begin to pedal your feet. And with an exhale breath, connecting the heel, one heel closer to the floor and then the other. Do your best to bring your head between your arms. And then inhale, high on the toes. And exhale, lower the heels. Look forward to your hands. Walk forward on the mat. Come into forward fold. Bend the knees. Bring your belly, your torso right onto the thighs. And release the head. You can let the arms dangle or hold onto the elbows. And then release the elbows. And very slowly make your way up to standing. Take your time. If there is a part of the back that needs an extra pause, take an extra breath in and out as you come up. Step the feet together. For some people, this is challenging, the balance with the feet together. And we'll be moving through the moon salutation this way. So just find this energetic shape here. Feel the feet. And then energize the legs. Feel the strength in your legs. Is one leg doing more work than the other? See if you can bring balance there. Imagine doing at the zipper all the way up the inside, the midline. Zipping up from the perineum, the low core, all the way up. Be fully aware of the spinal alignment. Bring your shoulders over your hips. You may need to soften your knees a little. Palms are facing forward. Inhale the arms overhead. Interlace the fingers, extend the index fingers, soften the knees a bit, and reach up and over to the left side. It's a helicopter overhead. Sorry for the background noise. These side body stretches are really important and tend to get neglected. If this creates stress in your body, you can always either hold on to the elbows or bring your hands alongside the body. Inhale up. And then I invite you to change the interlace of the fingers. So go to the opposite interlace. Extend the index finger. Raise the arms overhead again. Bend the knees a little bit. Inhale, straighten up. And exhale over to the other side. Again, feel the feet, the strength in the legs. Big stretch on the left side of the body. And then inhale up and exhale, let that go. During the moon salutation flow, we will be doing several back bends and options in the lunges with the back bend. So I just want to be clear that you do have options. We're going to start with a standing back bend with the hands on the low waist, the back, the low back. Feel your feet, feel the energy in the legs, loop the shoulders back. So all back bends, standing back bends, begin with the strength and the support of the legs. So find the strength in the legs. Press into your low back, loop your shoulders back, open the heart space. The chin can stay into the collarbones, or you can begin to release the head back. Breathe, 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 breathe. Big exhale breath. Inhale up. Bring the hands forward on the hips, bend the knees. Come forward. Now keep the gaze way forward. Look way forward. Nice long back. Again, torso comes onto the thighs. Release the fingers. Place the hands on the mat or hold on to the elbows. If you can keep the torso on the thighs, you can begin to straighten the legs a little bit. And then release the fingers to the floor. You can create a sense of heaviness and weight as you begin to roll up. Again, vertebra by vertebra, coming up to standing. No rush. Loop the shoulders up and back, palms facing forward. Inhale, extend the arms out to the side, interlace the fingers, extend the index finger. Bring the chin to neutral alignment. Bring the arms on either side of the ears, soften the shoulders. And this may be your standing back bend. Bend your knees a little bit. And when you feel ready, from the rootedness, the strength of the legs, begin to lean back. And if this is too much with the extended arms, come back up, release the hands to the low back. Let go. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, release. Step your feet together if they're apart. Bring your hands into heart center. I'm going to turn this way because we're going to go left leg back first. I did mention that blocks are really helpful. So for those of you that struggle moving forward and back on the mat, 2 yoga blocks can act as extensions of the arms. So for example, if you struggle to go from a low lunge to step forward, sometimes having a block on either side can be really helpful. So I just want to invite that as a very worthwhile investment. A lot of people purchase just one yoga block, but having 2 it's just amazing to work with. Feet together, hands at heart center. Close your eyes. Again, focus the breath in the left nostril. Feel the energy of the moon, the darkness of the new moon, the ocean, the dark waters of the ocean, the flow of the waves. Feel the healing energy of the water. The alignment of the external water with the internal waters of your body. the energetic waters of your body. Focus the breath on the left nostril. And then open your eyes if they're closed. Bend your knees. We're going to come forward and bring the fingers alongside the body. Inhale, rise all the way up. You can bring the palms together. Cross the thumbs. Exhale, lean back. If this is too much, the hands go to the low back. Inhale, come forward. Hips go back, heart goes forward, gaze is way forward. Head goes in towards the knees, fingertips go onto the floor. Inhale, look up, bend the knees, bring the hips down, look all the way up. When you're ready to exhale, the heels go down and the forehead goes towards the legs. Inhale, look up, pick up the left foot. We're going to step way back, place the toes and the left knee. Give yourself an extra breath here. Feel the stretch in the front of the left hip flexor. You can also check in with the front knee. Alignment is knee over ankle. You're welcome to stay here, or you can go ahead and inhale. Palms come together, raise the arms overhead, soften the shoulders, soften into the left hip flexor, and you can lean way back. Inhale, come up. And exhale, place the hands, the right leg goes back, come back into child's pose. And then inhale, look forward, slide forward on your mat. We're going to come through to cobra. Extend the legs back, tops of the feet on the mat. Hands go underneath the shoulders and inhale, rise up, elbows in. And exhale, forehead down. Tuck the toes. Come through a half cat pose, half child's pose. Make your way to downward facing dog. This downward facing dog here, check your hands. Nice active hands, fingers, third finger or second finger facing forward. Feet are hip distance apart. Bring your head between your biceps. Take your gaze to your navel. And inhale, rise high on the toes. And exhale, lower the heels. Activate your legs. We're going to do a lunge, second side for left leg. Inhale. We're going to look forward. Now, stepping forward is a challenge. You can just move that left foot a little bit further forward. Bend your right knee, step forward, and place the left knee on the mat into your low lunge. Palms come together. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, lean back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, place the fingertips. You come off the left knee, so tuck the left toes. Gracefully step forward, feet come together. Exhale into your forward fold. We'll come now into Utkatasana. So the standing squat position, fingertips alongside the body. Come into Utkatasana either with the arms out, hands into heart center. And then all the way up to standing. Exhale as you reach back. And inhale, hands through heart center. I'll turn and face the other side so you can see the right leg. Feel the breath in the left nose, left nostril. Open your eyes if they're closed. Bend the knees. We're going to sweep the fingers alongside the body. Inhale. This is an energetic rising up. Palms come together, cross a thumb. Exhale, lean back. Nice strong legs. Inhale, come forward. Hips go back. Gaze is forward. Nice long extension of the back. Keep looking way forward, way forward. Fingertips come to the floor. Forehead in towards the legs. Bend the knees. Hips go down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up. Come onto the right toes. Big step back. Place the right toes, the right knee. Palms come together across the opposite thumb if you remember. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, soften into the right thigh. We'll just pause here for an extra breath or two. And again, if this is too much, you could have your hands on your hips. Your hands could also be on the floor. Inhale, come up and forward. Place the hands on the mat. The left leg is going to go back. Come into child's pose. Take one more breath here. And then inhale, look forward, slide through. We're going to come into cobra posture. Tops of the feet on the mat. Hands go under the shoulders, elbows in. Forehead can start on the mat. And then inhale, rise up. And then exhale, forehead down. Tuck the toes. Come through a cat posture. Perhaps a little bit back into a child's pose. And then we're going up to downward dog. Take your time setting up your downward dog. Breathe and breathe. So the right leg is staying back. If you need help stepping forward, then you can always just bring that right foot forward just a little bit. Inhale, look forward, bend the left knee. Left knee comes way forward for the low lunge. Check out your alignment if necessary. Arms come up. And then exhale, soften, stretching out that front hip flexor. Lean back. Inhale up. Exhale, fingertips down. We're going to come off the right knee and then gracefully step forward, place the feet together. Exhale. Utkatasana, standing squat pose. Arms can be here, they can be overhead or into heart center. And then inhale, rise up. Exhale, lean back. And then inhale into Pranayama. Again, reflecting on the moon, your intention, and the breath in the left nostril. So we're going to do that one more time. And we're going to keep it nice and slow. And I encourage you to find the inhale and the exhale for every shape so that the inhale initiates the move and the exhale settles you into the shape. Feet together. Close your eyes. Focus on the breath in the left nostril. Bring your intention. Clear 3 words. Open your eyes, bend your knees. Arms go alongside the body, reaching up, palms come together, straighten the legs, and lean back, standing back bend. Inhale forward. Hands could be on the hips if the extension of the arms is too much. Nice long back. Look way forward, look forward, look forward. Place the fingertips on the mat, standing forward fold. Inhale, look up, hips go down, heels may come off the floor. Look up. Straighten the legs and settle into your forward fold. Left leg is first. Come onto the left toes. Step up and back. Place the left knee on the mat. Hands come together. They could stay down. Reach up and back and exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Right leg goes back. Child's pose. Inhale, slide through to cobra. Tops of the feet on the mat. Hands underneath. Let the forehead touch the floor. And then rise up with your next inhale breath. Exhale, forehead down. Tuck the toes. Nice, slow, fluid transition to downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward. Place the left knee. Check your alignment. Palms together. Inhale up. And exhale, settle. Inhale up. Exhale, fingertips to the floor. Inhale off the left knee. Feet together. Step forward and release. Next inhale breath, rise up. We'll come to Utkatasana. Palms together. Reach all the way up and back into your back bend. Exhale, big exhale here. And then inhale up. Exhale, hands into heart center. Just pause. Take one more integrated breath. And then open the eyes. Soften the knees. Right side. Inhale. Reaching up. Cross the opposite thumb. Exhale. Lean back. Inhale up. Exhale. Forward. Fingertips come to the ground. Gaze goes up. Hips go down. Exhale. Hips go up. Forehead goes down. Right leg. Inhale. Reach the right leg back. Place the right toes, the right knee. Palms come together. Inhale up. Exhale. Relax into the right hip flexor. Inhale up. Exhale, hands come down. Left leg goes back. Come into child's pose. Look forward. Slide through. You can walk the hands a little further forward. Setting up for cobra. Tops of the feet on the mat. Hands in, elbows in, forehead down. And then inhale, rise up. And exhale, forehead down. Tuck the toes. Come through a very gentle flow to downward dog. Half a cat. Half a child's pose, downward facing dog. Right leg is staying back, so you're going to step the left foot forward. Place the right knee down. Bring the palms together. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale, settle into your low lunge, with or without the back bend. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fingertips down. Come off the back knee. Gracefully step forward. Place the feet together. Exhale, the forehead down. Fingers come together, hands come together into your arm choice for Utkatasana. Here, here, here. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lean back. And then come back to standing Pranamasana, hands together. And let that go. All right. So that is a version of moon salutations. And with a moon salutation, however you are going through that flow, there's usually 14 shapes that you're moving through on each side. And you begin with the left side, and then you do the right side. Okay? So we're going to do a couple more standing postures. And my intention here is to invite the grace and the flow. And so if you think about the waves on the ocean in a gentle sea, and how they just sort of flow and they ebb and flow, and there's a real beauty with the way lunar energy can work. And so I invite you to tap deep in for that. Okay, so we're going to move through, we're going to come into eagle for the balancing posture, and then we're just going to step back and then open up the body and then bring the body back together. And I'll give you lots of variations for eagle pose. I'm going to start facing forward and then I'll turn to the side. So we are doing left side first. And for the step back, that means we're going to wrap the right leg first. Okay. So I am going to not mirror you on this one because I have to turn and do it the same way as you. Bring the feet together like we've done throughout the whole practice. We're going to start with eagle arms. So inhale the arms overhead. And then exhale, wrap the right arm underneath the left, crossing at the elbows, the forearms, and then bring the palms together. If this is too much, you can hold on to the shoulders. Move the elbows up and the elbows down. Move the elbows up with an inhale breath and move the elbows down with an exhale breath. And then find stillness. Next exhale breath, encourage the shoulder blades closer together. Feel the firm foundation in your legs. And then release the arms. We're going to go to the other side. Inhale the arms overhead, just warming up the upper back. Exhale, wrap the left elbow underneath. Cross at the elbows, bring the forearms together and the hands. Again, you can hold on this way. Inhale the elbows up. Exhale them down. One more time. Inhale the elbows up. And exhale them down. Now this time focus on the shoulder blades. See if you can bring the shoulder blades a little further back with the exhale breath. Next, inhale, release. Arms go overhead and exhale the arms down. Bring your hands to your hips. So the eagle legs, we're going to start with the right leg on top. You can bend your knees. You may just choose to do this and not wrap the leg. So if balance is an issue for you, then I recommend this is all you do and you do not come into the wrap of the legs. Okay, so the next option, the right knee. Feel the strength of the supporting foot. If you tend to pronate, don't let that left knee curl in. You want to have a nice, strong, active left foot. You can look down at your foot, see that your foot is facing forward and not out to the side like a dancer. And then the right knee comes up and over. You may rest the foot beside the calf or tuck the toes behind. Now the knee here is in alignment with the midline. So if the tendency is to do this, you want to bring the knee over to the center. And then release, stand up. Just shake that out. So just going through this for those of you that have never done this before. So other side, you can soften the knees. Feel the strength of the supporting foot. Bring the leg over. Also in this posture, it's really amazing if you can feel the squeeze of the the adductors, the inner thighs. It brings a whole other layer to this posture. Keep your chest open. Now the knees, if they're going this way, bring the knees over here, right in alignment with the midline. And then release. Okay, so now we're going to put it all together and we're going to just move a little bit and find the grace and the flow of the ocean. Okay. Starting with the upper body. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, wrap the right arm underneath. Hold on to the shoulders or take your eagle arms. And next exhale breath, you can sit into squat. Your option here is to either to stay here or to come into eagle legs. If you're going to take the eagle legs, you come onto the right toes, the right leg comes up and over. And I just realized I'm on the wrong side to demo this. I'm just going to come over here. Right leg comes up and over. Feel the strength of your inner thighs. Guide the knees a little bit to the right. And then start by opening your arms. Open your arms wide, like you're flowing, like you're dancing. Left arm comes forward, right arm comes back. Unwrap your legs. Reach back with your right leg. Way back. Place the right foot on the mat and bend your left knee. We're going to pause here, have a look at the right foot. The left foot is facing forward. And look at your back foot. Your back foot, move the heel a little further back. This shape is called Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Lean back, lean forward. You want to feel like the torso is coming straight up out of the midline. Lots of energy in both hands. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Reach forward, lean forward. Lean forward, lightly place the fingertips on the shin. Reach up to the ceiling. If this is too much for your gaze, you can keep your gaze down to the floor. Triangle pose. And then inhale, come back up. Look to the side. Now this is for your balance. This is for your lunar energy, your mental energy. So we're going to wrap the right arm underneath again, taking your eagle arms. Bend your left knee a little bit and heel toe the back foot in. Turn to face the front. And then we're going to very gracefully bring the right leg forward and sit. Exhale. Inhale, release. Inhale, reach overhead. And exhale, let that go. So on this side, I'm going to do everything with the modifications. So if that was too much for you or you want to see it with the modifications, feet together, find your breath. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, wrap the left arm underneath, cross at the elbows and hold on to the shoulders. Next exhale breath, bend the knees. If you're taking eagle, you're going to wrap the left leg up and over. Next inhale breath, open the arms. The right arm goes forward, the left arm goes back. We're going to come onto the toes of the left foot. If you're an eagle, you're unwrapping the legs. And you're very gently reaching back. And maybe you're only stepping to here. Right? Maybe you're only stepping to here. Just a short step. Now we need to modify and we need to set up the warrior two so it is in alignment with warrior two. You're going to slightly bend the right knee and just check out the back foot. So you want to make sure that heel is a little further back. So your warrior two may look like this. Somebody else's warrior two might look like this, right? So you are where you are. Now for triangle pose with a short stance, just going to inhale, lean forward a little bit. Legs are straight, lots of energy in the legs. Fingertips go down, down, down. Your fingertips might just be on your thigh. You're going to reach your left arm up. Your gaze may go up. That might be too much. You keep your gaze down. Maybe you can't get your left arm overhead. Ideally, the left arm is straight overhead and the right arm is down. And then inhale, we're going to rise up. Look to the side. Left arm goes underneath. Fingertips go to the shoulders or into eagle arms. And then take the torso forward. And then you can just come onto those toes. Soften the right knee. If you need to come in a little bit more, just walk in, bring the legs back together, come back into your squat. Big exhale. When you're ready to breathe in, reach overhead. And then exhale, let that go. Okay, so there is a way to make this accessible no matter your flexibility. We can also do this with chairs and so forth. I'm going to be offering more active classes like this as well coming up this fall. And so I will be posting a link here later. And if you're interested in working with me, just leave a message in the comments below later and I'll be in touch with you. So now we're going to go into a two-footed balancing posture called Tadasana. So separate the feet, hip distance apart. Look at your inner arches. Activate the inner arches of the feet. And when you do that, your legs should activate as well too. If you have awareness in the perineum, activate the perineum. And then the low core a little bit, and you're going to open up your stance. I need to move my feet in just a little bit. This feels slightly pigeon-toed when you learn to stand this way. So the heels are out a bit, the toes are in, nice active legs. Inhale the arms overhead. And if that's too much, just place them on your fingertips, or you could leave them at your side or on your hips. Now, can you see my hands? You can't see my hands. Interlace your fingers. And we're going to turn the palms up to the ceiling. Okay, so alternatively, you may have your hands on your hips, or you might even be over next to a wall because we're going to go up to the balls of the feet. And if balance is your issue, you might need a chair or a wall. So set yourself up for that now. Look straight ahead. Find your breath, find the strength in both legs, and very slowly bring the shoulders down a bit. Excuse me, begin to rise up off the heels. And for some of you, that might be a millimeter. For some of you, you may be able to come up quite high onto the balls of the feet. Look straight ahead, shoulders down. Re-engage the whole body and then find your breath. If you've got this, if you feel aligned, if you feel strong, if you feel balanced, begin to take your gaze to where the wall meets the ceiling if you're indoors. And then you may be able to trail your gaze up even higher. Breathe, breathe, and breathe. And then bring the gaze down. Release your hands. Release your heels. So this is a beautiful reset posture called Tadasana. We're going to do it one more time. So feet are hip distance apart. Hands may be on your hips. Okay, so this time I'll do it with my hands on my hips. Look straight ahead. You don't want to be like this. Open the chest, shoulders back. Inhale up, off the heels. Breathe. Find the strength in your legs. And then you can begin. Just look up a little bit. Look up a little bit. Look up a little bit more. And be aware which leg is doing the work. Can you balance out the legs a little bit? And then bring the gaze down, straight ahead. Take a breath in. And exhale. Release the arms. Release the heels. Let that go. We're going to come down like we did to the squat that was in the flow. And if this is too much for your knees already, and I'll show you a couple things you can do to support your knees on the floor as well too. So step the feet together. Bend the knees, inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale into your standing back bend. Inhale, come forward. Hips go back, heart goes forward. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. Then look at the floor, hands go down, forehead touches the heels. Bend the knees. Gaze goes up. And exhale, back into your forward fold. And then heel toe the feet apart. And come down into squat. And you can bring your hands into heart center. Come down to your knees. So, for those of you that have issues with your knees on the mat, one of the things you can do is just fold the mat over. You can also have a blanket ready to put underneath your knees so that you have a little more cushioning. Knees are hip distance apart. Look back at your feet and tuck your toes underneath both sides. And then come up to your knees. Now, part of the moon practice are the back bends and the opening up of the body. Have your hands on your hips. Alternatively, they could be on your low back. Try not to let your ankles splay to the outside. Keep some integrity in your feet. And this may be your back bend, your camel pose. Some of you may be able to place some pressure, a little bit of pressure into the low back and look up. So I'm not going to take this further today. I did say this was a beginner class. Some of these moves have gone a little bit beyond beginner, so I've tried to show you modifications. And then inhale, come up. And exhale, come forward. Now we're going to sit down. Now, if you cannot sit on your legs in this shape, then a cushion, a yoga block, several yoga blocks, and sit back. Bring your hands into heart center and close your eyes. And then we're going to do that one more time. Open your eyes, bring your fingers forward, tuck the toes, bring your hands to your hips. So you might like to look back and just check that you're not rolling the ankles to the outside. So you want to have nice integrity and strength in the feet. Hands could stay on your hips. You might just be here for a couple of breaths. Your hands may go to your low back. Encourage the openness in the chest. The gaze can go up just a little bit. It can go up a lot. The chin can stay tucked into the collarbones, or you can, if you feel you have the strength and the freedom, you can look back. Work the elbows together. Breathe. You may want to turn your hands over so the fingers are pointing up. You've done lots of back bends today, some of you, so just really enjoy the freedom that this gives. And then next inhale breath, come forward. Bring the hands forward on the hips if they're on your low back. Untuck the toes. And then sit back down. Release your hands. Integrate the medicine of the posture. Hands can just rest on your lap. Palms facing up or down. And then remove your block, come over onto one hip, and make your way down onto your back. If you do have a yoga block, I'm going to offer a bridge with a block today, so keep that near. Bring your knees into your chest. So bend your knees, take the feet off the floor, and hold onto your legs, whatever shape you're in. You might be holding onto the knees. You may be able to interlace the fingers. Gently rock side to side. Your hands might just be resting on your thighs. So wherever you're at is just perfect for your body. Rock side to side. Get the low back a massage. And then release the feet back to the floor. So we're going to come into a restorative bridge posture. So if you have a block, a cushion, or something to place underneath, it could be just a couple of inches high. We're just going to raise the hips up a bit. Take your hands and extend them towards your heels. You may or may not be able to touch your heels. As we did in the standing two-legged balancing posture, imagine your feet. So the toes are facing toward the end of the mat. The toes are not out, nor are they pigeon-toed in. The knees are coming straight down from the hips, so your knees are not resting into the midline and they're not resting to the outside. Very slowly with an inhale breath, raise the hips up off the mat and slip a throw pillow, a small cushion, a yoga block on the lowest height underneath your low back. And then rest hips back down onto that cushion and open your arms. Walk your shoulder blades under a little bit, opening the chest. And then just let go here. I invite you now to take your mind's eye into your heart center, so right at the sternum. Come back to your intention. So take your intention from your third eye down into your heart space. And repeat your intention 3 times. So just know that with this posture in a more relaxing pose, the hips are a little bit lower down. For those of you that have raised the hips higher, just be mindful that it's not the ego that's wanting the hips up, 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 right? So if you've chosen with your block to have it on the second or third, that's fine. Just be mindful that you're not overdoing it this morning. And then if you do adjust the cushion or the block underneath you, you'll need to readjust the shoulder blades each time you do that. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Be aware of your toes. Are your toes hyper gripping the mat? See if you can soften your feet. And what about your glutes? Can you let go of your glutes just for a couple breaths? And then to transition from this posture, we need to remove the block first. So inhale the hips up, remove the block. Focus on your upper back. Allow the upper back to curl down first, then the mid back, then the lower back. Heel toe the feet together. soles of the feet together. Allow the knees to go wide. And we'll just pause here in Baddha Konasana, Supta Baddha Konasana. So this is a stretch for the inner thighs. If you come into this shape and your low back goes, oh, whoa, not this one, we need to adjust the pelvic tilt. So this can be challenging if you've never done this before, but if you press into the feet a lot and you have enough strength, you can raise the hips up off the mat and then shift you want to lengthen your low back. So shift your pelvis forward and then come back down. That should lengthen your low back a little bit. So when we do the live classes, we will be on Zoom and there'll be lots of opportunity to talk back and forth and create clarification over any of the postures that are challenging or you don't understand my instructions. Guide your knees together, your inner thighs together. Keep the feet together. Interlace your fingers behind your head. If that's not in your range of motion, just rest your arms at your side. And again, adjust your upper back. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, lower your knees to the right and your gaze to the left. And you can adjust your feet. We're going to stay here for about 6 breaths. Where can you let go? Focus on your exhale. If you've let your feet wander to a different shape, kind of bring them back close together so that when you rise up to the center, you're in relative alignment. So inhale the knees up, come back so the head is facing straight up. And if you need to realign. And then take a breath in. And you can allow, with the exhale, the knees to go to the left and the gaze to go to the right. About 6 breaths. And you can let your feet relax. Soften the posture. And then mindfully, very mindfully, make your way back up. Legs come up. Adjust the body. Arms come down alongside. If you have a blanket, go get a blanket. You have something to place underneath your knees. You can place a bolster underneath your knees. Final posture of relaxation. Make sure the legs are far enough apart that you can truly relax the lower body. So if the legs are in like this, there tends to be a bit of holding. So spread the legs a little wider. Soften the ankles, the feet. A little bit of adjustment in the upper back so the palms are facing up and the arms are away from the body. The body temperature does tend to drop in Shavasana, so covering up or putting on a sweater is a great idea. We'll be here for about 5 to 7 minutes. Just check in with the whole body, from the crown of the head all the way down, all the way to the tips of the toes. Take your time though with this body scan. then ask yourself, where am I holding on? It might be the glutes. It might be your right thigh. And wherever you're holding, invite a letting go. And then before I leave you in silence, just check in with the whole right side of the body, especially if that's your dominant side. Big breath into the right side. Big breath out. And then the left side. If that's your dominant side, really deepen the breath. Big breath out. So just check in that both the right side and the left side are equally relaxing and letting go. And then allow yourself to drift into liminal space rather than sleep. And as you lie in Shavasana, bring your awareness back to your physical body. And before you start to move, just become aware of your breath, your skin, and deepen the breath beyond the skin. Breathe, inhaling into your energy body, the space beyond your physical body. And then exhale, soften right back into your body, landing on the ground. Just really enjoy a lightness and a buoyancy with the inhale as you expand the breath beyond the physical body. And then exhale, soften back in. And then mindfully begin to move your fingers and your toes, your wrists, your ankles. You may wish to take a full body stretch as if awakening from a deep sleep. And then bend your knees and bring your knees into your chest. Gently rock the body side to side. And then choose a side. Gently roll over into a fetal position and just rest curled up on your side for a breath. And then make your way back up to your seat. Choosing a seat that feels comfortable just for a minute or two of reflection. I'm holding my crystal egg again. I invite you to come back to your intention and back to the breath in the left nostril. Seal in your intention. And in the name of Chandra, the moon, the goddess of the moon, I offer 3 rounds of Om Chandra Namaha. Put my egg down. Om Chandra Namaha. Om Chandra Namaha. Om Chandra Namaha. One Om. Just allow the energy to settle on your skin. Namaste. So thank you. Thank you for joining me today, whether you're here now or looking at the video later. I want you to know that I'm going through a major kind of shift in my website, and there's going to be lots of classes and courses coming up on the shop, which actually isn't showing right now. So in the videos that I've been making over the last few days, I'm going to be posting links. And again, if you're interested in working with me, you email me. That's the best way to contact me, through my website, info@integratedhealingsadhana.com, and I'll get in touch with you and make sure you have the information that you need. And so Iridescent Sea, thank you. Thanks for being here. And yeah, so just let me know how I can be of service to you, the kind of classes that you would like to have, and how often you would like to have them. Just really be open and let me know what your needs are. And especially for those of you that need modifications of some sort, whether that is in a chair or more use of a wall, or whether you would like to have a faster paced class. I know there's lots of power yoga classes out there. That's why I don't tend to offer them. I really appreciate the more meditative moving with breath, and I feel that the connection with mind, body, and spirit is so more easily attained if we're moving slower and consciously. So that's my personal preference. But I work with it all, so let me know. So thank you so much for being here today. Namaste, and I'll talk with you soon. You're welcome. There's one other person here I'm just going to say, just before I sign off, Delilyn, you're so welcome. Thanks for being here.